Imagine this. It's a rainy evening and you're standing in the middle of a bustling store, the scent of fresh hay and metal filling the air. You hear the distant chatter of customers, the rhythmic peeping of the cash register, and the soft quacks of tiny ducklings huddled together under the store's fluorescent lights. But then, one catches your eye. Not because he's the biggest or the fluffiest, but because he sits alone. His tiny frame trembles, and a peculiar tuft of feathers on his head gives him an almost comical look. But there's something about him, something different, something special. Most people walk past, barely giving him a glance, but not Sarah. The moment she saw him, she felt something deep in her chest. A connection, an unexplainable pull. She couldn't just walk away. And so, in that moment, she made a decision that would change both of their lives forever. She picked him up, tucked him gently into a warm box, and took him home. His name? Sunny. Sunny didn't fit in right away. Sarah already had a group of ducklings who had their own routines, their own pecking order. And Sunny? He was smaller, weaker, always lagging behind. The other ducklings ignored him, but Sunny didn't seem to mind. He had something the others didn't, a boundless curiosity. While they huddled together, he explored, he watched, he learned. But then something troubling happened. Just 2 weeks after bringing him home, Sarah noticed his voice sounded off, raspy, almost like he was struggling. His tiny eyes looked watery. Panic surged through her. She rushed him to the vet, her heart pounding. The diagnosis? An upper respiratory infection. Without treatment, Sunny wouldn't make it. But Sarah wasn't about to let that happen. For 2 weeks, she dedicated herself to his care. Every morning and every night, she gave him his medicine. She kept him warm, spoke to him softly, comforted him when he was weak, and slowly he began to heal. He started eating more, moving more. And then something incredible happened. He started to grow, not just a little. He caught up to the other ducklings. But one thing never changed, that little tuft of feathers on his head, a unique mutation that would always make him stand out. Just when things seemed to be going well, Sarah made a heartbreaking discovery. Sunny was blind in one eye. That's why he struggled to swim straight, why he often bumped into things. But did that stop him? Not for a second. He figured it out. He adapted. He learned to tilt his head to see the world differently. And then there was something else, something even more unusual. Sunny wasn't like the other ducks. He didn't seem to care much about them. Instead, he preferred being around humans. He followed Sarah around, watching her, learning from her. He became friends with the other animals in the household, creatures who, like him, didn't quite fit the mold of where they were supposed to belong. And yet, together, they made a family. Every morning, without fail, Sarah would greet Sunny. And every morning, Sunny would respond with uncontainable joy, running in circles, flapping his wings, making tiny, excited noises. He trusted her completely. Because to Sunny, Sarah wasn't just a caretaker, she was family. For the longest time, Sunny was quiet. But then something changed. Sarah introduced him to toys, little objects he could peck at, push around. And suddenly he found his voice. He made the most delightful sounds, quacks of joy, chirps of excitement. It was as if he had discovered an entirely new way to express himself. But Sunny's story doesn't end there. One day, Sarah discovered another duck, just as unique as Sunny. She arranged for them to meet at a local farmer's market. And in that moment, something beautiful happened. They recognized something in each other, a shared uniqueness, a bond that didn't need words. Through Sunny, Sarah and her family learned something invaluable, that no matter how different you are, no matter what challenges life throws your way, you can still find joy. You can still find love. You can still shine, just like Sunny. And here's the thing, Sunny isn't the only animal with an incredible story. There are countless others, each with their own struggles, their own triumphs. Like the squirrel who was rescued by a man who became its mother. You can watch that story right here. Every creature has a story, and every story has something to teach us. So if you want to hear more of these incredible journeys, if you want to be part of a community that celebrates resilience, love, and second chances, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.